Hello. It is January the 8th, 2025, a brand new year, and I have got to give you some life updates. Just walking by some nice horses right now. I am actually walking the country roads in the area that I grew up in. So as you can see, I'm not able to travel right now. Oh, there's actually some blue sky today. The mountains are so beautiful. And we are actually coming up upon the dairy that I spent a few years at as a teenager. My dad used to manage this farm for a few years, so I milked 100 cows by myself here. You should be blessed that video does not have smell, because you can sure smell the manure. You gotta admit that I live in a beautiful valley. I am very blessed. But here's the thing, I want to be traveling. I want to be in warmer areas. I want to be exploring and hiking and climbing mountains and exploring new paths. But alas, this is my story. Over 2 years ago, I gave a guy that was recommended to me thousands and thousands of dollars to do something for me. I have to break away while cars pass by, otherwise it would be too noisy for you to hear. Anyway, continuing on with my story. I gave this guy thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to do something for me, and a year went by and I started to worry. And I said, you know what, forget it. Just give me my money back and we'll call it good. And he begged me and pleaded with me, oh, I can do it, I can do it. Another year went by, 2 years went by. And so I said, no way, I need my money back. He then admitted to me that he could not do the job that I asked him to do, and he has not given me my money back. I gave him an amount that would have kept me traveling for 2 years. And so now I am flat out broke. And we'll see how God works this out. Because if he wants me to keep talking about him, then he has to open doors and somehow convict that man to give me my money back. I do have something else in the works, but it's a long, slow process. So now you know my story. And I want to keep my channel alive still. So I'm thinking I might upload shorts or something until I can get traveling again. So you'll just have to bear with me as I try and navigate this strange new way that my channel will be going. So right now I am blessed to be able to be house sitting for a church family. They're in Florida right now, so I get to live in a mansion practically compared to being in my camper. The nights are getting really cold in the camper, so I am very blessed right now. This is a commercial blueberry patch. It's actually kind of pretty with a snowy backdrop. And this is kind of a rundown dairy now, but years and years ago, my dad managed this dairy as well, and so I've milked cows there a few times too. My brother is friends with the guy that owns it now, and so these are Bill's cows. I have to tell you a story. My mother went to the bank a couple months ago to do some paperwork, and the guy asked her for her ID, and so she gave him her driver's license. And he looked at it and he says, do you know that your driver's license is expired? And she looked, and here it was over a year being expired. Do you know what that means? My mother was driving in South Carolina with an expired driver's license. The whole reason I took her to South Carolina was to be able to drive me and pick me up at the end of the trail. Can you imagine how choked I would have been if we had discovered over there that her driver's license was expired? I would have had to drive. It would have been a pointless trip. It would have been a wasted trip. If there are any police officers watching, please forgive us. And God worked it out that we didn't get caught. Oh, God is good. Can you imagine how upset I would have been? Anyways, no harm done, but yeah, a whole year, over a year. Have you guys ever driven with an expired license? Let me know. I had an expired vehicle insurance once for, I think, 6 months. I didn't know it was expired. Oh, God protects. Oh, that kind of foggy, misty is really neat over there. The day is getting on now. I hope that the next time you see me hiking or walking, it'll be in a warmer climate. But I have to trust in God's timing and that He will work it out and that He will convict that guy that took all my money to give it back. I have many stories of being stolen from, but this is by far the worst one, the most massive damage that's been done. So, have any of you been stolen from or robbed? I would love to hear your stories. I'll see you again sometime.